homeless Brooks going insane in the trunk of a car. It was all the same for Bruce James and his squeegee. And Mike Marston continuing his impressive run to kick off his career here at Superkick'd. Also, Taylor Rising and Mark Wheeler. Their relationship is on the fritz after Taylor Rising inadvertently cost her man Mark Wheeler in his match against the #1 contender for the Superkick'd title, Young Miles. Will Mark Wheeler and Taylor Rising explode? Or will they be able to save their relationship? We will find out this week on Superkick'd Unlisted. Anarchy ensued as Bruce James and homeless Brooks were released from their captive. Were Darius King and Ryder Furlong prime suspects all along? We will find out. And last week, in the main event, it was the Superkick'd champion, Tarik, going one-on-one in a non-title match with Dallas Kyle. Tarik, with the precision and heart of a champion, was only to be outdone by the appearance of Young Miles. And it was just Young Miles' presence that was enough to open the window of opportunity for Dallas Kyle, who scored the win. This is Superkick'd Unlisted! Welcome everybody to Toronto, Ontario, Canada! And welcome to Superkick'd! This is Unlisted, and I am the voice of Superkick'd, Chris Morrison. And this week, we get things kicked off with Bruce James. Squeegee in hand, and will it be enough for Bruce James to avoid botching things up this week? The test will not be easy this week for Bruce James, as he is about to go one-on-one with the leader of the Cure, Stratosphere. And we've got a little bit of 6 degrees of separation here between Stratosphere and Bruce James, because both men have their hands full with homeless Brooks. And the one question still to remain as we are about to kick this opening match off is, where is homeless Brooks, and will he get involved this week in this match?
Ring the bell!
Bell is rung and we are underway this week. Bruce James and Stratosphere. Both men locking up center of the ring. Bruce James now going behind Stratosphere. Stratosphere though now working on the arm of Bruce James. Bruce James, who's looking pretty fresh for having been trapped in the trunk of a car. And now full Nelson by Stratosphere. Does he have those fingers locked? No, Bruce James breaking the hold and right into a side headlock.
I don't know what I say yet.
Bruce James trying to pop the head off the shoulders of Stratosphere, and now shoulder tackle, and Stratosphere getting the better of Bruce James.
What's wrong with you? What's that all about?
Stratosphere showing the speed and the hard-hitting nature. Ducking underneath the leapfrog, over the top. Bruce James corkscrew uppercut. Drop kick by Bruce James sends Stratosphere in the corner. Big splash in the corner. Bruce James, another corkscrew uppercut right to the back of the neck of Stratosphere. Hooks the leg and can only get a 2.
Go, Stratosphere.
Bruce James now, out of the corner, connects with a splash.
Go, Bruce. 1, 2.
Bruce James now, Irish whip, Stratosphere, across the ring, hard into the corner. Once again, Bruce James looking for that splash. This time, Stratosphere counters. Bruce James now, slingshot. Stratosphere sliding underneath and taking the feet out from underneath Bruce James.
1,
Slick counter by Stratosphere.
2.
Now, lifting up Bruce James, driving him face first into the steel ring post. Vicious move by Stratosphere.
Come on, get him back in the ring, Stratos. 4. 5.
Stratosphere now with Bruce James face first into the ring apron.
Come on, Stratos, get him back in the ring.
Referee pleading for a Stratosphere to bring Bruce James back into the ring.
7.
Right now, this is home for Stratosphere, who slides in only to reset the count.
Come on, Stratos, get in the ring.
As we've seen in the past, Stratosphere taking things to the streets, not afraid to brawl for it all.
4.
Stratosphere now, with Bruce James back in the ring, finally, to the delight of the referee. Big left by Stratosphere, the southpaw.
That was a fish, come on. That was a fish, come on.
Stratosphere measuring Bruce James, and now mocking. And as I mentioned, Stratosphere not afraid to take things to the streets. You can go back and watch all of his epic encounters on the Superkick'd YouTube channel. Now, Stratosphere, big knee right to the gut of Bruce James. Whipping Bruce James down to the mat. The big kick right to the back. Hits the ropes. Connects with a kick right to the side of the head. Now going for the cover. Nonchalant. Bruce James with a kick out. And as I mentioned at the outset of this match, both of these men have their hands full with Homeless Brooks. We've seen Stratosphere take things to the streets with Homeless Brooks. We've seen Stratosphere, what we thought, kill Homeless Brooks. Friday the 13th, Stratosphere put an end to the life of Homeless Brooks. So we thought. Stratosphere is the ultimate mastermind here at Superkick'd. But he has been completely outmaneuvered by Homeless Brooks here in 2020, and we can't forget the mysterious Bull, the man in black. Bruce James now fighting back. Stratosphere though now. Oh, what a DDT by Bruce James.
Come on, guys. 1.
Stratosphere took Bruce James just a little too lightly right there.
3.
And unfortunately for Stratosphere, it opened the door for Bruce James to turn the tide in this match.
5.
Referee up to 6. Both men though now back to their feet at 7. Both men back to their feet, slugging it out in the center of the ring. Oh, spinning chop by Stratosphere. Bruce James responds with a chop of his own. Big clothesline by Bruce James. Up comes Stratosphere to receive another. Bruce James now, hard into the corner. Snapping the neck of Stratosphere. And now Bruce James looking for that slingshot. Can he hit it? Bruce James, slingshot connecting with the forearm uppercut. Hook in the leg for the win. No, Stratosphere kicking out. A maneuver that we've seen Bruce James botch time and time again recently. Finally connecting with it. And now tuning up the band. But wait. Wait, what?
No.
What are you doing, Bruce
I
James?
got a match with Stratos right now.
What are you? Who are you talking to?
Wrestling right now. Later.
Bruce James talking to the squeegee. Opening the door for Stratosphere. Unbelievable maneuver. Stratosphere damn near breaking the neck of Bruce James, covering him for the win.
You win.
Bruce James still can't help but botch things up here. What was he doing getting distracted by his squeegee?
My God,
Yeah,
that
man,
was
did you have a
fucked
manager
up.
out there? Who the hell was he talking about? I knew there's something off about that fucking guy. Oh, whatever. Yeah.
Take it.
That's it.
Yeah, man, thanks. You gonna go eat again?
Yeah, always. Always.
Just take me something.
Yeah, you can.
I need to get bigger. Oh, that was nuts.
Tonight in the main event, Dallas Kyle will go one-on-one with Young Miles, the same Young Miles that helped Dallas Kyle to a victory a week ago. But now, it's time for the hottest young wrestler in pro wrestling today, Mike Marston. And this man has been on quite a roll here at Superkick'd, making enemies in every corner. It wasn't too long ago that Mike Marston was seen canoodling with Taylor Rising. Yes, the same Tyler Rising that is in a relationship with Mark Wheeler. What that could all be for naught at this point. And nor really does it matter, because we are about to be graced by the presence of the face of Superkick'd, Jessie V. Jessie V and Mike Marston, no stranger to one another. It was, what, now 2 weeks ago maybe, Mike Marston pulled off an impressive upset against Jessie V.
Durst, Diamond Tiger. He gonna find you and take you out. Yeah, you don't want none. That numbers keep piling up. You don't want none. They be in shouting thumbs up.
The Diamond Tiger, Kobe Durst. Calm and collected. And the missing ingredient in this four-way. He is the White Bronco, Channing Decker, still
Good to be
feeling
back, baby.
the Friday the 13th vibes. One half of the Kings of the Six, Channing Decker. I challenge anyone to find a better four-way than these four men right now. What a match we are about to see here at Superkick'd Unlisted. Bell is rung now, and these four men going at it. Jessie V and Marston, Durst and Decker. Marston and Jessie V on the outside of the ring. We've got Decker and Durst on the inside. Irish whip countered by Durst. Durst charges. Decker up and over. What a counter. Durst missing with that 360 punch. And there's Decker, 360 leg drop. But Durst wisely rolling to the outside. Back in the ring, Marston. Jessie V, though, quick to follow. And we've got Channing Decker now with a ladder. And there's Jessie V and Marston drop kicking the ladder right into Channing Decker. Jessie V now driving Marston right through the ring. Jessie V now grabbing the ladder. Setting things up now. What does Jessie V have planned? There's Kobe Durst leaping over the top rope. Driving those forearms right to the side of the face of Jessie V. But now, Jessie V with Durst. Powerbomb coming up. Oh, Razor's Edge. No, Durst counters. Kick to the gut. Stunner. And there's Channing Decker with a chair shot. Decker now, out of the corner, leaps, big splash to the waiting Jessie V, who's still sprawled out on the ladder. And Jessie V now with Decker and Marston, no, Decker and Marston countering. Decker and Marston, oh, what an impressive counter of the Irish whip by Jessie V, the size and the strength. Jessie V now just tossing Mike Marston onto the ladder, effortlessly. And that's the size and the strength you get with Jessie V. But no, look out, Durst, crossbody from the top, taking down Jessie V and Marston. Durst now driving the elbow through the chest of Jessie V. Big drop in the corner, drop kick in the corner, rocking Mike Marston. Action fast and furious here in this fatal four-way. Durst missing with that tornado punch. Marston now scooping up Durst, planting him in the center of the ring. And there's Jessie V, big splash. Jessie V now hooking the leg. Referee, Durst getting his shoulder up. I don't think Jessie V had Durst's shoulders down in the first place. Spine buster by Marston, driving Jessie V on top of the ladder. Now, fireman's carry into a Samoan drop. Channing Decker, though, taking the elevator to the top floor with that ladder, driving that ladder right to the back of the head of Mike Marston. Unbelievable action here. Decker now covering Marston. Referee up to 2. This is a pinfall broken up by Kobe Durst. Durst now, forearm, chop, chop, forearm. Durst snapping the neck of Decker. Hits the ropes, tripped up by Jessie V. And Jessie V now with Durst on the outside. Slugging it out with the Diamond Tiger. Decker hits the ropes. Dive to the outside! Decker taking out Jessie V and Kobe Durst with that move. Decker, Durst and V on the outside of the ring. Marston left alone. Marston hits the ropes, collecting air miles to the outside. Air Marston. Jessie V, Kobe Durst have seen better days. Decker out with that chair. Just chucking chairs all over the place here in Superkick'd. Rocking Mike Marston. Decker with Durst. Whipping the Diamond Tiger back into the ring. Both men going for that chair. It's Durst now. Decker, though, rocking the jaw. Decker with Durst. Irish whip. Durst ducking the elbow. Trying to Irish whip Marston. Or sorry, Decker. Decker countering. Decker now with that ladder, though, countered by Durst. Momentarily. Cannonball in the corner by Decker. Durst down and out. Marston back in the ring. Going for the tombstone to end it all. Decker counters. Sleeper. Marston countering. Scooping up Decker. Back into the tombstone. Connects with it. R.I.P. And there's Jessie V to break it up. Roll up. No. Human deadlift. Jessie V driving Marston right to hell. The power of Jessie V. And now with a chair in hand. And he's got Durst planted in the corner with that chair. That chair draped across the face of Durst. Jessie V now from the top rope. Crossing the ring. Missile drop kick. Unbelievable high-risk maneuver. I think Jessie V has just put an end to Kobe Durst in this match. Jessie V now dragging the lifeless body of Kobe Durst, and there's Channing Decker with another chair shot. Clothesline. Both men to the floor. Wait. Marston now from the top. Headbutt from the top rope. Hooks the leg. Marston picking up the win here. The streak continues for Mike Marston. Another impressive win. Jessie V can't believe it. This Mike Marston has got to be at the top of the list to challenge for a Superkick'd championship. He has taken on the biggest and the baddest and beat them all. Sky's the limit for Mike Marston.
I can't believe I lost that match, man. I can't believe it. Like, I had him, and then you just had to keep on talking to me. What? No. Hold on a second. I'm on a call. No, I'm talking to someone, and... Oh, my God. Hey, man, it's you that cost me the match, not me. I didn't botch shit. It was you. I had Stratos where I wanted him. You start talking your mouth, and I can't listen, and I'm super kicked. Just like that. I got super kicked, and it's you. It's on you.
Browsy. You need to relax, man.
What'd you say?
You really need to relax. Stressing
Want to see that to my
bro.
face? No, I didn't think so. If you... Hey, we'll deal with this another time, alright? Another time. Yeah, I know.
Coming up next, the main event, Dallas Kyle versus Young Miles. But I still can't believe what we just saw. Are we all going crazy at this point? Is Bruce James really talking to his squeegee? And is that squeegee really talking back to Bruce James? Dallas Kyle in the ring last week, defeating in a non-title match the Superkick'd champion Tarik with the help of his opponent tonight. Can Dallas Kyle make it 2 in a row? I talk about Mike Marston ascending the ladder here at Superkick'd. What a win, non-title over the Superkick'd champion, and then maybe this week a win over the #1 contender would only propel Dallas Kyle to the top of the ranks here at Superkick'd. Young Miles, the #1 contender for the Superkick'd title, and his match with Tarik, the Superkick'd champion, is on the horizon. Both men now, not waiting for the bell. The animosity here between Dallas Kyle and Young Miles. Bell is rung and we are underway here in the main event. Dallas Kyle, Irish whip. Young Miles, big elbow by Dallas Kyle. Hits the ropes. Leapfrog by Young Miles, drop down. Big drop kick to perfection by Young Miles. Young Miles showing why he is the #1 contender for the Superkick'd title.
3, 4.
Big forearm now. Followed up by more forearms, driving Dallas Kyle into the corner. Irish whip. Dallas Kyle into the corner. Followed up by a knee. Now, Dallas Kyle reversing. Young Miles counters up and over. A little bit of a flamboyant, spine buster. Oh, and there's Dallas Kyle grabbing the ankle of Young Miles, dragging the #1 contender to the outside of the ring. Both men now on the floor. And Young Miles driving Dallas Kyle face first into the side of the ring. Once again, Miles driving Dallas Kyle face first into the ring apron. The hardest part of the ring. Young Miles, the 2020 Rumble in the Dot winner. And there's Dallas Kyle, suplex no. Young Miles countering, charges. Dallas Kyle, though, draping the throat of Young Miles across the top rope. Follows up with a swinging neck breaker. Hooks the leg. Young Miles, quickly kicking out. And if you missed this year's 2020 Rumble in the Dot, you can go back on the Superkick'd YouTube channel and check it out, along with all of the past events. Every event in the Superkick'd library is free on YouTube. Short clothesline there by Dallas Kyle, hooks the leg. Can't put away Young Miles.
Come on, Miles.
And now, side headlock. Countered by Miles into a pinning combination. And then countered back by Dallas Kyle. Dallas Kyle just trying to wear down Young Miles here. Young Miles, though, back to his feet. Elbows to the gut, breaks the hold. Young Miles now, Irish whip, countered by Dallas Kyle. Up, Miles now. Can he counter? No, what a suplex by Dallas Kyle. Hooking the leg for the win, for the upset. No, Young Miles kicking out. And Dallas Kyle now just trying to choke the life out of Young Miles. Young Miles gasping for air.
Arthur. 1, 2, 3.
Dallas Kyle going back to the well there, trying to choke the life out of the number 1 contender for the Superkick title.
Yep, go. Yep, go.
Dallas Kyle, one of the hardest hitters here at Superkick, scooping up young Miles and planting him in the center of the ring. And now, taking the elevator all the way to the top floor. But there's young Miles back to his feet. Miles now meeting Dallas Kyle on the top rope. Will we see a superplex? Miles got a hook. Superplex connects. Both men down and out.
1, 2. Get up, guys. Come on. 3,
Young Miles rolling over.
4.
Dallas Kyle getting back up to his feet with the help of the ropes. Goes for the left. Misses. Miles connects with the right. Miles now backing up Kyle into the ropes. Chops and punches galore. Miles, Irish whip, countered by Kyle, and the southpaw finally connects with the left, but runs right into a big boot. Big clothesline now by young Miles. And an elbow to follow it up. Back to the clothesline. Miles now with Kyle. Both men trying to one-up each other here. Finally, though, young Miles draping the rope. Oh, what a cutter! Twisting cutter by young Miles for the win. Dallas Kyle kicking out. What a sequence along the ropes. The speed, the agility on display here from young Miles. Young Miles now scooping up Dallas Kyle. No, Dallas Kyle slips out the back. Shoves young Miles into the ropes and Kyle connects with a lifted forearm. Dallas Kyle now, fireman's carry. Countered by Dallas Kyle. Or young Miles, I should say, in a big super kick. Dallas Kyle with his jaw rocked hits the ropes to counter young Miles. Miles scoops him up, driving him to the mat. Hooks the leg for the win. Once again, Dallas Kyle kicking out. Dallas Kyle just won't go away in this match. Wait a second. Young Miles, his attention has been averted. Oh, there's Tarik, the Superkick champion. Tarik just maybe returning the favor here. There's Dallas Kyle to capitalize. Roll up. Dallas Kyle has done it again. Another upset win by Dallas Kyle, taking advantage of the distraction on the outside. And this week, it's Tarik returning the favor to young Miles. Back and forth, week after week, the mind games. And Dallas Kyle there to capitalize. Young Miles can't believe it. That's been all for this week, folks. We'll see you guys again for another episode of Unlisted!